Welcome to the course. Welcome to Coaching Life Coach, where we're going to turn your practice into a business. And so let's drop right in. And the course is divided into modules. And in this particular module, there's going to be several sections. And in this section, we're going to talk about what it takes, and we're going to talk about how to set goals and setting some goals and some outcomes for this course. And really, I want you to relate to this like your introduction and foundation for the entire course. And that's what we're going to call Module 1. So first, let's talk about what it actually takes to build a six-figure business, or what it takes to turn your practice into a business. And so let's talk about what it takes. And part of this will be demystifying some of the overwhelm that a lot of people think about. And some of it's just going to be telling you what the primary components are. And when I talk about building and maintaining a six-figure coaching or holistic practice, what I really mean when I say six figures is essentially, breaking that $100,000 barrier, or up to $250,000 annually. Now, some of you who are making even more than that, there's going to be a few ideas in here which you'll get to create even more income for yourself. Because every smart business person knows that all it takes is one good idea to increase your revenues by tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, if implemented well. And this is primarily targeted for people who, we're trying to get you from wherever you are to somewhere between $100,000 and $250,000 annually. So that's what I mean by six figures. So what does it take? Here's what it takes. First, you must be a living example of the work that you do. And what I mean mostly by this is, if your relationships are always in turmoil, please don't be coaching people on relationships. Have a wonderful relationship. If you're a financial coach, please have, your finances in order, and also be well on your way to retiring early. If you're, coaching people on weight loss, please don't be, morbidly obese. It sounds simple, it sounds easy, but, at the same time, there's still a lot of people out there who have all these things, and they know how, they really do know how to effectively help people in those areas, but they don't have their own house in order. But to maintain a practice, you have to be walking your own talk. It's my belief that in the integral age, this is no longer going to be optional. Next is have a comprehensive offering or series of sessions. When we get to creating that, we'll talk about why and how that serves the client. And have a sales system, and a formalized referral system is part of that, or multiple formalized referral systems. And, also use that. And then finally, provide free, accessible value. And that could look like, a blog. It could look like free events or talks or evening introductions. It could be a podcast. It could be all of that. And there's a few reasons for that. And we'll get in again to the why. But really, those are the things that it takes to build and maintain a six-figure practice. And you may be curious if that is it. Is that all? Is it really that simple? Yes, it's actually that simple. And it's simple, but it's not necessarily easy. This course will make it far, far easier for you, because we're going to take you step by step through everything that you need to do to create and maintain all of that. And I'm going to endeavor to make it as simple as possible for you, as accessible as possible for you. And bear in mind that I've made more mistakes than you could ever hope for or hope to. And that's the only reason that this course is being created, is because I've made mistakes, and I would love for you to avoid them. And so there is one more thing. And this is one of those things that sort of operates in the background. And this one thing, it's not critical, but it will be very helpful to you. And you can do it now, or you could do it later. And some of you may not know it. Some of you may already know it. But And I'll explain how and why it's helpful to you when we get there. But for now, rather than hold you in suspense, that one thing is to distinguish or unearth or declare your life purpose. If you prefer your spiritual purpose, what that really means is the why of what you do. For what purpose? To what ultimate end? Another way to think about it is this: what is your ultimate concern? What is the largest process you're contributing to? But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what it takes to build and maintain a six-figure practice, the nuts and bolts of the business in actual numbers. All you need to do, and this is where most people go, really? All you need to do is sign 2.5 clients per month to a comprehensive extended offering, and within 6 months, you will be well on your way to a six-figure income. You'll be, in what they say in the language of business and economics, you'll be a run rate for a six-figure business. 2.5 clients per month to a comprehensive extended offering, which will help you design. And within 6 months, you'll be well on your way to a six-figure income. This program will walk you through, step by step, through everything you need to do and how to do it with great efficacy. And it will be my pleasure to be your guide on this path, to assist you in integrating your purpose and your prosperity. And so it begins. Let's set some outcomes for you in this course. So pause the video now and get a pen and paper, or open a Word doc or a Google Doc or whatever it is you may use. But make sure it's not, simply notes on your phone or on your iPad, or make sure it's something that's either in the cloud or something that's a significant document for you, something you'll refer back to. It could be a database, it could be anything, but make sure it's something that's durable. So go ahead and pause the video now, get a pen and paper if you prefer, or open up whatever document you prefer to set some outcomes for this course. Great. So welcome back. So, outcomes. Part of me, I've never really liked the word goals. It's so two-dimensional. And, there's this whole set of thinking and set of emotions around goals. I really like outcomes, but let's just sum this up very quickly for you. Really, just what do you want? What do you want to get from this course? What do you want to achieve through this? I said it differently. Standing 4 or 5 months from now in your future, what have you already achieved by that date? So if you pretend that you're standing 4 or 5 months from now into the future, what has already been achieved? And here are the criteria for a well-formed outcome. It must be stated in positive language. It must be measurable. It must be achievable. It must be, in other words, realistic. It must be responsible. And it must be set in time. So first of all, I just want you to notice that that means something very specific. It's a specific date. And also notice that that is a SMART goal. I've heard that other people, many people use SMART goals. This is what I mean by SMART goals when we talk about that, or SMART outcomes. And it's a well-formed outcome. These are the conditions or criteria which has it be simply more likely that you'll achieve it. It makes it, the probabilities are dramatically increased if these conditions are such that they're in the outcome the way you've languaged it.